new journey. So I actually did the first section of this a couple nights ago when I was trying to get the sound fine-tuned, and I thought I had saved it, but I guess that's not a thing in Journey. Um, Maybe it's just you either finish it in one shot or you start over the next time. I've always done it in one shot, so this is kind of a surprise to me. But I guess that's the point. It's a game, but I think it's a lot more of an experience, because this came out what year was it? A few years ago now, I think 2013, something like that. And it was before a lot of the walking simulators, like Everyone's Gone to the Rapture. This was before that was a huge thing, and they had I think 2 games before this, Flower and Flow, that were even more abstract. So I think it's, as much as it is a game and it has platforming and all that, it's also supposed to give you an emotional experience. So it's art. And this is one of the games that comes up in that conversation of, are video games art? Which personally I am of the opinion that, yeah, absolutely they can be. Because that's all art is. It's an expression of a feeling and thoughts that the creator is having at that moment in time. And that's exactly what games are. And I think we as a community can tell when, even if something's, it's not really for me, you can tell when there's actually some love put into it instead of just a cash grab, which is why most licensed properties, I don't think, do so well. Because it's all about getting the perfect timing to make the most amount of money when that movie or TV show is popular. Whereas something like Journey is timeless, because it's not attached to any particular situation. I really enjoyed it when it first came out, and I still enjoy it. I own it on PS3. I think I own it on PS4, but this was just easier. I'm still learning the capture software, so I haven't actually yet done capture on my PS4. Which I know that's a cakewalk to do, but just haven't gotten to it yet. Keep reaching for my drink. That's not over there. It's over here. Holding. Whee! Whee! I actually do own the a scarf from Journey. There's this company in the UK, Insert Coin, that does some amazing video game property apparel, and I've ordered a few things from them. Unfortunately, being as that they're in the UK, their sizing is very much appropriate for it's a nice way to say this, for skinnier countries than the US. So their extra large is more like our large, or at least Insert Coins is. So got some cool stuff. Can't really, I can put it on, but won't leave anything to the imagination. So folks, that's one reason to go on a diet, is so you can fit your super cool clothes. Lots of Journey people bowing to monuments. A lot of things about this game I've forgotten, like because it's not like Mario Brothers or something where you have muscle memory for the levels. You've done them so often. It's an experience. I remember how the game made me feel in certain places doing certain things, but a lot of it's gonna be new to me. Like this should be a thing because it's glowing. Glowing means it does something. Okay, I don't know. Well, let's go to the obvious place first. Last time I played this, played it all the way through, was on PS4. And I made an online friend, because that's a big thing in Journey, is people who are simultaneously playing it with you can go on the journey with you. You can't actually chat with one another. You can do little glyphs that come up, which is handy. But other than that, you can choose to follow each other and interact or not, which is neat. But I happened to run into someone who actually knows their stuff. So I was able to find a lot of these things right here that make your scarf longer. And the benefit of your scarf being longer is that you can fly for just a little bit longer. So it's pretty cool. I like it. I like flying. There's another one. Yeah! Fly, Ma! Look out, world! I think I gotta climb back up there. Not entirely sure if that's necessary. I think it is, for like doing the maximum power. I know it is here. You're basically praying to the altar now, and it gives you a little bit of the story. But that's one of the neat things about this is there is no dialogue at all. There's no written words, at least not in a real language. So localization had to be a snap. Just translate the word journey into whatever language, and you're good to go. And I think most countries around the world speak English. It's just Americans who are kind of slow. Or reluctant to learn more than we have to, I guess. So it looks like we're hardly the first one to go on this journey. Those look like corn, maybe dying crops. So like you go on a journey to whatever the heck that is when the crops are dying. Got one of those Werther's Originals going, because I'm rocking the caramel. A lot of my favorite streamers have at one time or another done, drunk playthroughs. Fighting Cowboy does a lot of drunk throughs for Souls and Neo and whatnot. And kind of on the opposite spectrum of that. So I'm rocking Apple Juice and Werther's Original. very G-rated existence I have tonight. Mostly because we don't have anything in the house. I gotta do grocery shopping. So I am raiding my kids' supply of apple juice, and I had some of these candies lying around. Yeah. Alright. I kind of want to do this a little bit more. But I know this is getting nowhere. Just under 12 minutes. Alright, let me see if I can complete this section and then see if it all worked. I know there's a couple of pieces of scarf around here, if I remember right. And you gotta activate all the shinies. The pieces of banners here that are frozen or whatever. Kind of interesting too. These are the same bridges, I think. Like, they're identical. Maybe not. But it gives a suggestion to me that not only are you not the first one to go on this journey, but you are not the only one going on it right now. Like, it's a cycle going on ad infinitum, which definitely makes me think of Dark Souls. Just in the sense of, in the Soulsborne games, you are very much like, your struggle is ultimately meaningless, or, you know, rendered meaningless with the passage of time. This is sort of the opposite. It's like, just because, you know, you're not doing anything unique necessarily doesn't mean it's not important. And I think that's worth considering. I only vaguely remember what I'm supposed to be doing here. I'm kind of an old school RPG player, so I'm exploring all of the things. So I'm sure there's some of you watching this that are like, dude, it's not that hard. Just bear with me here. I know it's not a terribly difficult game, but I like my secrets. I like to find my stuff. Okay. Here we go. Alright, we're doing it. We're doing it. Got another one. And I think there's one more over on this other side. Like I said, there's a bunch of these banners frozen here and there. I don't know. You can unfreeze, you know, the majority of them, if not all of them, that you can see. But I don't know how many of them are actually required for the game. I think this is not a piece of scarf. I think this is another story thing. But that's kind of cool. I enjoy these things, even if I don't totally understand the lore of this game. I'm sure there's channels that have analyzed it to death on YouTube. So one nice thing about YouTube is there's something you're interested in, chances are somebody's already done a video series on it. Dark Souls community is huge on that, as many of you know. You kind of have to be with those games though, because like Journey, it's very abstract. You are meant to put the pieces together for yourself. I heard or read, I think I heard, part of the reason for the abstract nature of the Souls games was because of the director, Miyazaki, was reading fantasy comics, I believe, at a young age, and his knowledge of the English language wasn't complete, but they were in English. So he's reading these books, and they've got illustration. Oh, hey, there's a friend. Hi, friend. So he's reading these books, and he understands some of the words, but not all. But there's illustrations. So he basically makes up his own canon. He's reading them, and the parts he understands, he goes with that, but the parts he doesn't understand, he makes up his own story to fill in the gaps. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I love the idea of it, because I think as kids we all did that to one degree or another. We would take books out of our parents' closet or at the library, and we kind of knew what was going on, but a lot of it was we were still figuring it out as we learned to read. And that's very much what you have to do in Dark Souls, and I think that also applies to Journey. You're not given the whole story, and in fact you're given very little story. But if you care to investigate it, you can find those little pictogram things, and they're there. And if you don't care, you just want to go along for the experience, then you just do that. It is as deep or as shallow as you want it to be, which I love. I also love this. It's fun. Game was this, I would not be unhappy. Crap. Okay. I got it. No. Bad. Oh, that did not work. Okay, so you pretty much do have to unfreeze these. All of them. Interesting how these look like dragons. Hang on. Okay. Yep. Look, I made a bridge. I think that's kind of cool. It looks like. Let's see if I can get a good shot of it here. See, that looks like a head to me, like. There were once stone serpents roaming the lands. Let's see if I can say hi to our friend here. Hi, friend! No, they don't care. Okay. Another cool thing, you can see there's... My scarf is kind of half glowing, half not, because I use that little bit of energy to fly over to our buddy. When you're playing co-op, when you've got a friend running around with you, if you stand next to each other, you can actually regain energy together, and that comes very much in handy towards the end of the game on the mountain. Everyone who's played this knows what I'm talking about. The segment that I remember being very hard for Journey was a lot easier. Getting past all that stuff and just making it up the end of the mountain was no big deal. You can see I'm kind of There we go. Now I'm all shiny again. Alright. Let's do this. And do that. Yay! Alright. Gotta kneel at the statue. Maybe. Alright. Hello? Anyone home? Those birds? Okay. Seeing some plants. Okay, the broken bridge. So this... Okay. So now I think this is saying what we're going to be doing next, maybe? We take the subway, I guess. Makes sense to me. Worrying about dying crops to being electricians. Yeah, okay. Alright, well, I'm going to stop it here and see how this recording came out. If it was fine, I'll probably keep going with this, and we'll see what happens. So, if you're watching this, thank you very much, and we'll check back with you soon.